Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Mitch. I'm going to be the Pulse intern for this summer. So, one of the things that I get to do as the Pulse intern is I'll be posting weekly vlogs on the practice of the week, which is that little part that's at the bottom of the sermon notes every single week. So, I'll be taking those and I'll be implementing them into my week, and then at the end of the week, I'll post basically how my time went with that. And so this month we're talking about Sabbath, and this week in particular, Jeff talked about Sabbath as a gift and viewing it that way, which is something that I really appreciate and value because often I get swept away in viewing Sabbath, reading Scripture, praying as things that I have to do to maintain my stance with God and to secure a place in heaven and all these things. That's just not the way that they were made and designed for. So I appreciate the call back to understanding it as a gift, which it is. And he also talked about how it's important to let go of the reins and to let go of the wheel during these times and just let God move how He will. It's so easy to get swept away in things of this world and drama and news and work and all these things, and those are good things, right? And work is good, right? But we also need to remember that the Sabbath is a gift as well, and it is also good, and not necessarily something that we quote unquote have to do, but that we get to do. And so I appreciated that call. So for me, this past week, we, as the interns, had a chance to go to a park and basically do with it what we please. And so I had my Bible, a book, and notes, and often I'll have worship music as well at hand, though this week I didn't. So for the first while, I was just walking around enjoying the nature and the flowers and the kids playing. It was really a beautiful thing to be able to walk around in. It was there was just a lot of life around, and it was really quite beautiful. And then I found a place on the grass and started reading my book. And I don't read as often as I think I'd like to, but when I do, I always really appreciate it. So I was reading a book on spiritual discernment, and that's something that's been very good for me, and I've enjoyed it. And then I took a nap. Right, Sabbath is restful. Naps are restful, and they're awesome. So I took a nap, and I was actually a little bit sick that day, and so I had felt tired all day, and so taking a nap and getting to be refueled that way was awesome. And then I moved to reading Scripture, and that was something that I wanted to do. And so I moved to Corinthians, and I started reading it, but I was just tired and I was still sick, and so I just couldn't really focus that well. And so I God, what do you want to do? How do you want me to take this time? And I was drawn to the book of Daniel, which is always a good book for me to enter into because I love stories, and I love Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, these types of epic journeys, and to get swept away in a book like Daniel, where Daniel is being pushed against, yet is continually remaining faithful and consistent with God. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and their story and their faith and how that shapes a king, and in doing so shapes an entire nation, is really quite a cool and powerful story. And I got swept away in it, and it was really awesome just being able to enter into the story of God and be reminded that God responds to those who are faithful and who are willing to step out for Him. And so that was great for me. And then I looked up, and there was this family who was who was playing right next to me, and I had no idea even when they got there, which for me was just a testament to how in love with the story I was. But then after that, to be able to look over to my left and see more kids playing and a family enjoying the sunshine, it was just a beautiful way to cap it off for me. And so that was my Sabbath, and it was really quite restful, and I came away from it feeling pretty good. So that was me. I'd love to hear your experiences or your thoughts on my video down in the comment section. But that's all I have. So until next time, see you guys.